I hate struggle love. The idea that someone has to struggle before they get their happy ending or reward for it to be considered legit is very insane. And in a lot of ways, people or the media, I guess, try to sell struggle love to us all the time. And can you even really be mad at the people because they were taught that struggle love was needed, so they think that is needed. They don't know no better. For example, rom-coms. I love romance. I love rom-coms. I love a good romantic story, okay? Don't nobody, I can't even say nobody love it better than me, but I love a good rom-com. Trust and believe I do. However, some of these storylines are insane, and I literally have to force myself to ignore them in order to enjoy the movie. I was rewatching The Wedding Planner the other day. Why are you okay ending up with a man who is quite literally a cheater? And you know he a cheater because you're the one he cheated with. And then you didn't even tell the lady whose wedding you were planning that he's a cheater. But then you wanted me to care that you ended up with him in the end. And then another thing about it, she wanted a man so bad. She wanted to be married so bad. She wanted to appease her father that wanted her to be married so bad that she was willing to go through with an arranged marriage. Granted, she didn't go through with it, but she almost did. Crazy. And it's not even just rom-coms, it's shows in general. Like the Parkers, girl, Nikki. Baby, Nikki was chasing Professor Ogilvy for the entire series and he was not going for it. He wasn't going for it until she moved on. And then all of a sudden, oh, I love you, I want you, we in this for life. No. And then she said, okay. And then she took him. Crazy. And even the storylines when the man does something morally insane, like listen to the voicemails that you thought you were leaving your dead sister that no one was listening to, and if someone was listening to it, they were maybe erasing it, and you use that information to basically get to know me, stalk me, date me, make me fall in love with you. And then when she found out, she was mad. She was rightfully mad. But then her parents were like, maybe you should give him another chance. That was crazy. And she gave him another chance. Was it a cute movie? Sure. However, that's weird. That's weird, and I feel violated because you knew a lot of information about me before you even met me in person. And you know, that kind of reminds me of, I saw a TikTok. I think I saw this TikTok earlier this week. The person who was making the TikTok was basically saying, and you know, when you post things on social media for the public to see, you expect the public to see it, right? But you don't expect the public to use it for bad. For malice. Basically, she said she went on a date, and when she went on a date, the person she was on a date with was basically regurgitating or repeating everything that she was saying in her videos back to her. So if she made videos about liking, I can't remember the specifics clearly, but let's say she was making videos over time about liking seafood, like, oh, seafood is my favorite food, I love a good seafood boil, whatever. He would get on a date and she would, you know, just normal conversation, what's your favorite food? Oh, I love a seafood boil. And she said after so many instances of, oh, we're just alike, this must be fake, she was like, something's not right. And she said something to basically get him to admit the fact that he was, you know, getting to know her before he knew her. And y'all, the audacity of a man, he basically told her, clearly you want companionship, I want to become a TikToker, we can help each other. Listen, get some of the audacity that the man got, because they got enough of it, baby. They ain't afraid to use it. But back on topic, which really wasn't off topic, but back on topic, why should I have to forgive insane behavior just to get a happy ending or get a man? And this ain't even really about a man, because even when it comes to gatekeepers or people who have success in certain fields or certain areas, they think that just because they have to struggle means that everybody should have to struggle. Or even, have y'all seen the videos of people who are millionaires, billionaires, whatever, just rich in general, and they say something like, my kids not in my will, when I die they not getting no money, they gotta work for it or something. Now I get the whole teaching your kids how to work for the things that they will get, work for things they have, like this ain't your money, this mama's money, right? I see teaching them responsibility, teaching them humility, be humble, whatever. But it gets to a point, you struggled, you worked your way out of whatever situation, whatever circumstance you were in, you had kids who didn't ask to be here, and now that they're here, you don't want to set them up for success. And I do believe that if they grew up to not be a humble, likable person, that is on you. So if you couldn't teach them how to be a good person while still giving them the fruits or providing them with the fruits of your labor, something is wrong with you, bud. And that goes back to struggle love. Why should I have to struggle? It's so annoying when people see someone's success that they didn't have to work for or have to grind for or get it out the mud, and they get upset or they discredit their success. Because truth be told, if you had the opportunity to do it the easy way, you would have chose the easy way. You don't get an extra cookie just because you chose to do it the hard way. Sorry, not sorry. Because if you did it the hard way and I did it the easy way, we still both did it away. I wholeheartedly believe that everything does not have to come with the struggle. Everything does not require trials and tribulations. Now, will there be struggles in life? Yes. Life is a struggle. Following your dreams is a struggle. Figuring things out is a struggle. But you can definitely pick your struggle. And struggle love is something that should never be chosen. Especially if it doesn't have to be. And that goes for everything from relationships to careers. In other words, say no to struggle love. Say F no to struggle love, actually. Especially if it's avoided. Don't let nobody trick you into thinking that you gotta struggle, okay? Because you don't. You might have to struggle for some things, but for other things you don't. Y'all see how the leave out is fluffy? It's time for a relaxer. Now, my mama did tell me a while ago that I didn't need to get another one, but I don't think I'm going to listen to her. I can't do the lace. I do think if I had a half wig or glueless wig, whatever, that I could take off at night, my hair would do better growing back because I would be able to pay more attention to my scalp. I would rather have a leave out that's not blended than a lace that looks a mess, if that makes sense. All I could think about was you, Adam and Eve. Best believe I'm that too, cause I'm that told about you, titty boy. I might sign the beard. Anyway, I am done with my hair. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more. Bye, y'all.